All right, everyone. It is Friday, and you know what that means, Kurt? It means it's time for Manufacturing Ecommerce Success. I'm your co-host, Damon Pistolka. That guy right over there, Kurt Anderson. Gonna take it away, my friend.
Damon, hey brother, how are you, man? How's your week? You having a good week?
Yes.
Man, Friday, I'm closer to the weekend than you are, just so you know that.
Not a few hours ahead of me.
Not to brag or anything, but I do have my weekend just a little bit closer, about 3 hours or so, about 2 hours closer than our friends here in the great state of Illinois. Damon, this is an honor. This is a privilege to introduce two manufacturing rock stars. I hope everybody, John Baglino's here already. We've got Whitney. Guys, if you're out there, drop us a note. Let us know that you're here. Boy, you are, man, buckle up because this is going to be a good one. We've got my friend. Look at this handsome devil. I got Keeton Reynolds in the house here from KMR Woodworks. Keaton, happy Friday, brother. How are you, dude?
I'm doing good. Happy Friday to you as well, Kurt.
Thank you. And we've got this lovely lady on the stage today, the one, the only Cassi Igert. Cassi from IMEC. Cassi, happy Friday. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing good.
Awesome. Well, hey, it's great having you guys here today, and we've got a ton to cover. We have lots of exciting things. Damon, I don't like who's saying that young folks are not going to manufacturing, because we're here to dispel that myth right here, right now. Manufacturing e-commerce success. You ready, Damon? Are you ready for this one?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, brother. Okay. Keaton, my friend, my first question for you of the day. And like I know, like young, I was going to say, when you were a young man, you are a young man. When you're a little boy growing up, who was your hero? You're like this manufacturing rock star. You're in college as a young boy growing up. Who did you look up to? Who was your hero?
So I'd have to say my dad and my grandfather. There's not really one specific, but just kind of both of them combined. My dad did some woodworking on the side that I was kind of grew up around. He never really had a business like I did, but he just kind of did it as a hobby. So I learned a lot of cool tips and tricks from that side of things. And then my grandfather, he always was always into a few different business ideas and different things growing up. So I got to see kind of the business aspect, growing businesses and that aspect. So just those two guys really were my kind of role models growing up and made me who I am today.
Hey, that is awesome. And all right, how about a couple of names for us? What's Dad's name?
Mike.
And how about Grandpa?
Grover.
Grover, man, I absolutely love it. So, all right,
named after the president.
Named after the president. Yep. Nice. Okay. All right. Perfect. So, hey, shout out to Grover. Shout out to Dad Mike. And so, just what an inspiration you are. I know we're looking right into your office. How many square feet do you have at your facility there?
It's a little under 10,000.
22 years old. He's got a 10,000 square foot woodworking facility. Dude, this is going to be so good. This is so exciting. Cassi, my friend, I'm sliding over to you. We're going to pull you into the program here. Little girl growing up, like you've had this great career in manufacturing. You're just crushing it at IMEC, the Illinois Manufacturing Extension Partnership. Who was your hero, role model? Who did you look to as a little girl growing up?
I guess I would say my mother.
Nice.
So my mom was a single mom, and she worked in the local factory in town.
Did she really? Nice.
Yeah. Well, I come from a town of 5,000 people, and we're the largest town in the county. So not very much going on. A lot of the local community there was no other really place to go. But I also saw her move up throughout that, and it kind of let me see that there's plenty of opportunities also in manufacturing.
Well, that is absolutely awesome. Mom's name, please?
Cindy.
All right. Well, hey, we're giving this program's dedicated to Mike and Grover and Cindy. So if they catch the program, we're giving a shout out. Lots of love for creating just two amazing American individuals here, rock stars. So Keaton, let's slide in. So dude, you're, grandpa, dad, I'm here in entrepreneurship, woodworking, manufacturing. To start off your career, dude, I've had the honor and privilege of working with you for the past few months. Inspiration, brilliant. You are tenacious. What led you into this kickstarting your early career into manufacturing? You could have gone to technology, other places. Why manufacturing?
So I never just sat down and decided on doing this. I just kind of, grew into it. When I was probably 12 or so, I was at the library, picked up a whittling magazine, just a woodworking magazine with a focus in whittling. And I, would hound my grandparents to let me go out in the yard, pick up sticks and just start carving on with a pocket knife. And that just kept growing and growing. I got a Dremel set when I was probably 14, and I would do like wood carvings and build birdhouses and small stuff. And then I took over half of my parents' garage when I finally got a table saw. And, I got a wood lathe, so I took over the whole garage. And then it just kept growing and growing from there. And I realized, I could make money with this. So I started to focus on the business aspect. I focused, on gaining clientele, seeing what would sell, what wouldn't in my area. The whole sticker displays that I now create came from one of my cousins down in North Carolina. He owns Asheville Print Shop. It's a screen printing business in Asheville, North Carolina, and he started a sticker line, but he needed some displays. So he was kind of my first big break, first large scale customer. So I supplied him with all of his displays he needed. And after that, I realized, hey, the sticker thing, it's kind of a big thing. It's a nationwide kind of a trend now. And so there were tons and tons of retail stores and gift shops that now look to me for all of their display rack needs. So it's kind of cool how everything just transitioned and continues to grow.
Man. Oh, all right. There's a lot to unpack right there. Damon, let's give a couple of shout outs. We've got, we got John Baglino here. Here we go. We've got Whitney. Happy Friday, everyone. We've got a couple other folks here dropping hello. So guys, thank you for joining us. Happy Friday. Drop us a note. Let us know that you're out there, and, absolutely connect with Keaton. Do yourself a favor, connect with Cassi here. And so what I absolutely love what you just talked about, Keaton. Number one, the accidental entrepreneur. So, there might be somebody out there, corporate warrior. You've been working for a company for many years. You're like, man, can I get into entrepreneurship? And what I love what you're doing, Keaton, is like, you're just rolling with the tide, brother. Right. Mm-hmm. And just doing a phenomenal job. And it's like, it's in your DNA. It's like, you almost can't help yourself other than to be a great woodworking manufacturer. And we're going to show some examples. And the other thing that I want to cover that we're going to talk about today is, Damon, we always love dropping that line, niche down till it hurts so good, right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what, you could try to be everything to everybody. And Keaton, at 22 years old, understands and sees the importance and the value and the power of niching down till it hurts so good. So Cassi, I want to come over to you, my friend. So you, mom, Cindy, worked at a factory manufacturing. Now, Damon, I'm going to share a little something about Cassi here. You ready for this? Followed this career, right? All right, ready? Cassi, are you ready? Are you sitting down for this?
Okay, yeah.
She's already lived it. She already knows this story. She started out as a production operator. She moved into a production team leader. She became a production shift leader. She became a lean, do I have that right? Lean manufacturing specialist.
Nice.
She moved up to a project engineer logistics. Then she became head of warehouse management. Cassi, my friend, how'd you do it? How on earth are you just like this? Is this just Cindy tenacity? How did you just rise up so quickly in manufacturing?
Yeah, that partly. I also, I became a mother myself and wanted to better myself. And I actually started doing school online while I was working and raising a toddler to kind of get further along. So,
well, that is very inspiring. And look at the trend here, Damon. We have two guests working, college. Cassi is a mom. Keaton's dedicated to his family. Just, I love, like, we're talking family values, work ethic, education, just what a great, and manufacturing, dude. Like, this is like our dream come true.
Where we want to live.
It's right where we want to live. So Keaton, let's get into, I want to start talking about your product, your company. Like, all right, you mentioned your cousin, you start shipping some orders, you take over mom and dad's garage. What was there a moment? Was there an aha moment where you're like, I think I might have a business here? Like, when did this go from like, this is kind of a fun little hobby to like, I think I'm onto something?
So the first big step I took towards like an actual business aspect was the purchase of a laser, kind of like an industrialized laser cutter. At this point in time, I hadn't started the display rack stuff. I was still making it by hand without any kind of automated machinery. And they look completely different than they do today. But I was kind of torn between, this is kind of odd, but I was torn between buying a custom branding iron because I wanted something to put my name, my initials on all of my woodworking products. So I was torn between buying a custom branding iron or a commercial laser engraver because they both do the same thing. And one's about $5,000 and one's $70.
Right.
So I thought, if I get this laser engraver, there's so much more I could do. It opened up the potential for tons of different stuff.
Right.
So, I splurged, I went for it. And, that was the moment that really just changed the business because it opened the doors to all the display racks, more automation, everything's computer controlled. So yeah, that was kind of the big breakthrough for me. But it also came with a few challenges too. You had to learn the software, learn AutoCAD, some 2D modeling stuff. But yeah, that was the big change for me when I realized, hey, if I'm going to do this as a business, I need to invest in some machinery, invest in some processing, and just go for it.
That's awesome. And so what I love here, like when you have skin in the game, that's a great motivator, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you put money out and you start buying some equipment, you're like, well, I better get a return on investment.
Yeah, better figure it out.
Yeah.
You got to figure it out.
Yeah.
So, okay. So as you start, you have a cousin that's buying all these products. We love talking about e-commerce online, and boy, did you and I have a great time just really geeking out and just trying to figure out strategies. I'm going to pull up some examples here in a minute. What were some next steps for you to get out there and get to the market where you're like, you know what, I can go beyond friends and family. I'm going to start bringing in other customers. Walk us through that. What was going through your mindset there?
So my cousin, he didn't have a huge business. It was local to the Asheville, North Carolina area. So, he only needed probably 30 or 40 of these. And, they don't break, it's not like you have to buy new ones every year. So, he kind of stopped buying them, not because, he didn't need them, just because, he had enough of them. So, I started looking at other options. I got into Etsy. That was kind of, I guess, a good starting point for a lot of handmade businesses. You hop on Etsy. So that's what I did. And it took me probably a month or so before I got my first sale. But, I kept updating listings, updating pictures, and finally got some sales. And then I hit a big snag because I had never shipped one of these before.
What little minor detail there, right?
Yeah,
you needed Cassi, you needed a logistics expert to help figure that out.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
So these displays, the original design, they were triangles. They weren't like a square box. They were not triangular. So instead of being smart and going to buy just a large rectangular box they would fit in, I tried to piece together a triangular box. And I wish I still had the picture because I'd show you. But after I did that probably 3 or 4 times, I realized, hey, I need to invest in some packaging, invest in, some shipping solutions if I'm going to turn this into a full time gig. So that was another kind of leap for me. You start investing in packaging materials, you start bulk ordering boxes to fit your products, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
There's got to be a better way than trying to do this, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. It would take me 15 minutes to package one display just because of the way I was doing it in the beginning.
So, all right, so let's go here. We're going to come back to our friends at IMEC. And ironically, Cassi, your fearless leader, the amazing, the incredible Dr. David Belay just put out a post this morning on LinkedIn about the incredible opportunities for manufacturers in e-commerce and how a lot of them are going direct to consumer. It was a great article that he shared this morning. Mm-hmm. So what I love what you did, Keaton, is you're taking a product as a manufacturer, going direct to the consumer or end user. Not like when it's a retail store, it's not necessarily the consumer per se, but it's the end user. Mm-hmm. So it's still a B2B play. So if you're a manufacturer out there and you're like, hey man, I'm not sure about this e-commerce thing, this is a perfect example. And it's so daunting, it's challenging. You're the best kept secret of hey, how do I get found on search? So what do? Brilliant stroke of genius, dude. Brilliant move. You align with a marketplace. There's Amazon. Damon, we're going to have friends from DigiKey come on the program. Etsy. So there's all sorts of great marketplaces that help you where you don't have to be the marketing guru. And now you have just an instant place that people are looking for commerce, and you've had great success on Etsy. So now, Cassi, this young man reaches out for you guys connect at IMEC. And so just for everybody out there, we're going to dig into this. If they're not familiar with like what is the Manufacturing Extension Partnership, who is IMEC, can you just enlighten everybody? What is the MEP in IMEC, and just share like how you make the world a better place?
Okay. Yeah, the MEP, our core value is to support economic and workforce competitiveness for manufacturing. Nice. And IMEC for the Illinois extension is for our state. And kind of what sets us apart is we measure ourselves on how well our clients record their impacts. So we actually give a survey out to our clients, and they tell us how well we did by how much they actually see impacts with the company. We have about 50 employees across the state, and we support manufacturers with leading, planning, growing, improving, and deciding, and focusing on people.
That's fantastic. And so let's just cover that again real quick. So there's an MEP in all 50 states plus Puerto Rico. In Illinois, it's called IMEC. If you're a manufacturer out there, you're like, hey, what is this MEP thing? Just Google MEP, Manufacturing Extension Partnership, and just punch in your state and your MEP will pop up. We strongly encourage you, invite you, welcome you. Reach out to your local MEP. If you're in a great state of Illinois, you want to connect with our friend here, Cassi, or as she mentioned, 50 of her colleagues. Now, we'd be here all day if I mentioned all the rock stars on your team, and I don't want to leave anybody out, but we just had Ray Zagano on the program last week. He just absolutely crushed it. Yep. We've had Jacqueline. We've had Michelle Fawcett. I'm talking with Michelle, Melissa Zerbel, I think later today, Christy Johns. So again, you have tons of rock stars, Paula, and I'm please forgive me anybody that I'm leaving out. John Azara, of course, Christy Johns, but great teammates at IMEC. Keaton, I'm coming back to you as a manufacturer, as an entrepreneur. Sometimes it gets a little bit lonely, right? You're like, man, I'm just 1 minute on my own finance department. Then on my operations, logistics, I'm trying to pack it. I'm trying to figure out triangle packaging. Then I'm trying to do a little bit of marketing. What inspired you? How did IMEC come on your radar? And what inspired you to connect with Cassi to get this party started?
So I was actually at a expo in Marion, Illinois. And I just I saw her booth there, I think it was the day before. And then that night I got an email, just this opportunity that I think it was 10 different manufacturing businesses that were at this event were eligible to receive this grant. And they had 3 different categories of funding available. And the one that I picked, it was like a marketing online e-commerce type grant. So I went ahead and applied for it. I've applied for similar things in the past, and I originally when I did it, I thought, this is a waste of time. I'm sure there's thousands of people that are applying for this same thing. There's no way I'm going to get it. But she responded back and said, hey, this is probably going to be something that you'll be eligible for. And she came the next day and gave me some paperwork to fill out, and we just stayed connected, and eventually I got accepted for the grant, and here we are today.
Well, that is how it's like hitting the lotto, right? It was just wonderful. So, and Keaton, friends, family. I know, like, you have a family affair. I believe your brother, I've seen your brother, your dad at the shop. So it's a bit of a family affair. As you share like family members, friends, other manufacturers, would you recommend our friends at IMEC or other MEPs? Like, how's your experience been? What do you think there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been amazing to me, the help and support that IMEC's provided to me, not just in the grant, but just getting on their website, going through reviews, looking at articles, just that level of support too. That's free and available for anybody. So yeah, it's been a great opportunity, and very thankful for IMEC.
Yeah, absolutely. And Damon, what we'd love to share, you're an entrepreneur, you're out there again. It gets lonely. It gets frustrating. It's like, is there anybody out there that can help me? I'm in the trenches. And so there's so many resources out there for entrepreneurs, for business owners, and particularly in our case here, we're talking manufacturers. So this is just such a rewarding experience. Cassi, a couple more names. I want to make sure, Damon, we just had Cameron on. Speaking of Gen Zers, right? We had Cameron last month. I want to make sure I give a shout out to Megan. And again, Jacqueline, anybody else that I missed, please forgive me, but great team at IMEC. So what I want to do now is, I think we've covered everything so far. I'm going to share. Hey, let's go on a little road trip, right? We're going on a little road trip to get Damon. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right, we're gonna go on a little road trip. Wait till you. I hope everybody's sitting down for this because this is gonna be crazy, crazy, crazy. Can you guys see? How about that? Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
You can see that.
Yeah.
Keaton, what are we looking at here?
So this is the homepage of my website. Yeah, so if you see there, that's the sticker displays.
There's that rack right there that you were talking about,
Yeah.
Damon, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so let's go here, and man, look at how awesome this website is. Now, okay, we're talking with the accidental entrepreneur, the founder, the fearless leader at KMR Woodworks, and so Keaton, as you were describing, it was almost like you listen to the market. The market screams out and says, "Hey, I need some wooden sticker display racks." How did you go from like somebody asked you for a single request to now you have this entire killer product line?
Yeah, so just it's kind of slowly grown over time. I just released probably 4 or 5 new designs the past 2 weeks because I found the sticker industry, the sticker sizes are growing. Originally, the stickers that I made the displays for were like 3 to 3.5 inches in diameter, and now they're anywhere from like 4 to 6 inches. So if you click on that picture you just clicked on, the new displays have adjustable shelving on them. Go back to 2 pictures. So yeah, that's kind of been a big feature that I've had a whole lot of people ask for.
Yep.
And I've just been making custom displays specific to individuals. And now I've kind of released a new line, just encompassing all of those changes into a better product for everybody.
Keaton,
That's
you
awesome.
mean it, are you telling me that you listen to customers? Is that what you're telling me right now?
Yes, I try my best to.
Hey, dude,
Yep.
like, where were you 30 years ago when I was 22 or however many years ago it was? And like, where I thought that I knew it all. I tell you, that is absolutely the humility and the brilliance on your end that you're just working tirelessly, listening to the customer. Love the website here. And
Yeah.
Damon, check this out. I want to check out this headline that he's got on. I love that picture with the American flag in the background. Woodworking is my passion, and it's a privilege to share with you.
The screen stopped for me.
What's that?
I'm still seeing the display.
Oh. Let me go back. Let's see. If I go, let me remove that. Let me try presenting again.
But dude, the way that you adjusted that and you change your design so it's adjustable so people can do it and it adds to the life span of the product and gives it more flexibility for others. That's really cool.
How about that? What do you see now?
I see his LinkedIn profile.
All right. Late Damon, take 2. And Cassie, I told you we don't have any producers here, so we just wing it, right? So all right, let me take 2. Let me try that again. So Keaton, we got you on LinkedIn, dude. All right? You had a great time getting on LinkedIn. Woodworking is my passion, and it's a privilege to share it with you. I help retailers maximize their sales and ROI with handcrafted wooden display stands, custom wooden furniture for your home, made in USA. Drop the mic on that one. Damon, how's that for a headline?
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That is a good one.
Okay, it gets even better. Are you ready for this? Let's do it. Okay, this is Keaton's. Do you see Etsy now? Am I changing screens?
Yep.
Okay, so we are on KMR Woodworks. We are on his Etsy store. So as we mentioned earlier, Keaton, man, I wish I had your acumen at when I was 22, man. I just stumbled, Damon. I don't know about you, but I was a train wreck. But check this out. Customers are taking pictures of his product, posting reviews, and every review is a 5-star review.
Very cool.
And Keaton, you're such a humble guy. But what are some of the things that people are saying on your reviews here?
A lot of the reviews, just talk about how well constructed it is, sturdy, durable, built to last. I get a lot of that. And a lot of people, they'll say, they'll talk about not only the quality, but the appeal, the eye appeal that it has. Because, stickers, stickers, they're an artsy, eye-catching type thing. So you want a display that complements the stickers, and that's what we strive to do. So we
You
get a
know,
lot of
very
review
cool.
for that in our reviews.
So look at this. He has over 700 sales on Etsy,
Wow.
144 5-star reviews. 20% of his orders. I mean, and Damon, I don't know about you, like posting reviews, you know, like it's common that people are going to, like, if you have a bad experience at a restaurant or a bad, you know, like people are mad, they're frustrated, they're going to share. So it's more common to, what is it, like 8 to 1 or whatever the ratio is, that you're going to complain versus compliment, right?
Yeah.
I don't know the exact number, but it's dramatically higher. People are stopping their day with what they're doing and ranting and raving about his craftsmanship, fast shipping, the high quality, made in USA, and they're taking pictures of the product and posting it here. Like they're doing, like this is insane. Like look at this.
The participation rate is off the charts, and obviously from people taking the pictures and what they're writing, that you've got a good product and it's well made.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
Keaton, at 22, dude, like what's your secret?
Like I said earlier, you know, you keep modifying your product. You keep, you know, just making everything better for your customers. You focus on your customers, and everything will work out. You know, I don't really have a secret. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what, whatever it is, don't change a thing, my friend. You are doing amazing. Now, Keaton, what we did is when you signed up for the program with IMEC, it was an SEO project, and it was called SEO Boost. You and I had a great, or at least I'll speak for myself. It was such an honor, privilege, had to work with you for a few months. We jammed out twice a week, and we discovered something really cool. Damon, you're going to be blown away by this. So when we started digging into, like, all right, what are his main keywords? And I don't know if you remember. Do you remember our RICS? Remember that? Do you remember what RIC stands for by any chance? Remember that one?
Ridiculously important keyword.
A ridiculously important keyword. So there's one of his RICS right there, Keaton. And what did we discover is we were starting to dig into your keywords. You remember?
Before we even started, I was already starting to pop up like the first page of Google.
I do an organic search on a bunch of his, like, so we did our RIC discovery. We find out all of his keywords. Check this out. He's on first. Look how competitive this page is. I mean, crazy competitive. He's already coming up. He's only been in business for a couple years, and he's already coming up first page on Google right there.
That's very cool.
And here's the other cool thing, and it's going right to his landing page. The other cool thing is on number 2 here, when you go, let me go back to the top. When you go back up, Etsy is one of the top ones right here. So it goes Amazon, then it goes Etsy, right?
Yeah.
When you go into Etsy, guess who's coming up?
Yeah.
Keaton is, right? So again, here's his product right there. First one that they have, the second one that they have. So this is a great lesson for folks out there. Number one, you're getting, Keaton, like you're like a case study of how a manufacturer should get into e-commerce, right? Right? Don't you think, Damon?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, so what he's done is he sets up his website. He's doing a great job on his website. And wonderful pictures, images, great descriptions, call to action. He puts his product on Etsy because he's a needle in a haystack. He just absolutely crushes it on Etsy, delivers phenomenal product. He's developing social proof, social trust with his clients. And now he's coming back, and now he's got first page rankings on Google on top of it.
Yeah.
Let's go back here. Now you started, as we dug in, you started blogging, right?
Yep.
Walk everybody through. We came up with like a really neat kind of a hack and a shortcut. Can you talk a little bit about like what the process was to create this blog?
Yeah. So this blog we created, just Kurt and I got together, and we used an application called Otter, and it's just a voice transcription software. And Kurt would ask me questions, I'd answer them. After that, we just took the raw text, and I went through, kind of cleaned it up. Fix some sentence structure stuff, added some links to my products, and published the blog post. So it was quite simple. I'd always wanted to start a blog previously, but it just always seemed like a real daunting task. But the way Kurt showed how to do it, it's pretty simple to do. We
took a little shortcut, didn't we, Keaton?
Yeah.
That was great. Now, so all we did, guys, so if you're out there, you're listening to this, like, wait a minute, what did you guys do? So
Yeah.
Keaton is the subject matter expert. Okay. And so his RIC, that ridiculously important keyword right there, sticker display rack, wooden sticker display rack. So what we did is we came up with, Keaton, just talk about this right here. Like what did we determine these were right here?
So most of those questions we pulled directly from the Etsy reviews.
Our customer did the job for us, did they not?
Yeah.
So Damon, this was like the best hack. Okay. So if you are on Amazon, you're on Etsy or what have you, all the reviews, your customers are typing like your keywords or typing the questions or typing the comments, or they're typing with the compliments. Those compliments could be converted into questions that somebody that hasn't bought yet doesn't know how great Keaton is.
Mm-hmm.
So all we did is we crafted all these questions. So then I just interviewed Keaton. We use Otter. We take the transcription. We now have a video. And then look at how meaty and juicy this big blog post. I mean, Damon, doesn't this look phenomenal?
Yeah, it really is.
Now he's got backlinks in here going over.
He's got links in it.
Right?
The keywords are in the header or
Right there, right?
Headings. Yeah.
So he's got. So now, Keaton, I'm just going to go here. Who is this person here?
Erica.
And who's Erica to you?
She's my ideal buyer.
She's your ideal buyer. So this was fantastic. So what we did is we've got this, we call it the digital game plan. We do this with our IMEC clients. We create this little worksheet. It's a hub. So like now all the information for Keaton just goes into one place. So when we work on, like when we're working on his RICs, when we're trying to optimize his product pages, everything that we have just lives right here. Keaton, like, what did you like? Was this process helpful, or like, what did you find out? How did you feel about this digital game plan that we created together?
Yeah, I mean, I found it extremely helpful because, writing product descriptions, even, doing advertising, the buyer persona is so helpful in determining your keywords and just different aspects of how to phrase stuff.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And so it was just great. And again, the wonderful thing is when I come back here, you guys are still following my screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. And I come back here and we go to Etsy, we go to all those reviews. It was just, man, we just got like a wealth of information. And now not only do we have the right information to address questions to put on those blog posts, now we knew how to better understand what information to put on product pages and how we could better optimize those pages. Mm-hmm. And then last thing I want to ask you, Keaton, like, SEO Yoast. Remember we started using that tool to optimize those pages? Like how did you feel about using that tool?
I liked it. Like once compared to like the blogging, SEO stuff was kind of always a struggle to me. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just kind of in the dark with everything. But SEO Yoast, and then my website's hosted through Wix, so Wix tools as well were just very helpful. With Kurt's expertise as far as figuring out, what keywords to use, where to put them, and just SEO is kind of a simplified process for me now.
It was fantastic. So Cassi, let's get you back into the game here. So I've got IMEC's website pulled up here. Can you just talk about, I know like you got a fun, exciting grant program. And again, if you're coming from outside of Illinois, we encourage you, invite you, reach out to your local MEP. Cassi, just talk a little bit, like what are some of the programs going on at IMEC that manufacturers should have on their radar?
So right now we have something called Kickstart 2023 going on, and registration actually ends January 31st. And that is fully grant funded projects, and that are in terms of cybersecurity, building your pipeline, working on, boy, I know this like the back of my hand, but not right now.
Hey, that's fine. So in Keaton, and if I understand correctly, are you participating?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and
nice.
I think Damon, you're going to love this. And he's working with, I believe you're going to be working with Wesleyan, our dear friend Wesleyan, close friend of the show. She's my partner in crime. And so she is a sales guru. She's a powerhouse. And again, this is just a great opportunity that IMEC is helping manufacturers. Cassi, we also have, I've got here a couple of grant opportunities for folks in the suburbs of Cook County and McHenry County. These are ongoing grant programs as well. Is that correct?
Yes.
Absolutely. So, okay. Hey, for a shameless plug out there, boy, if you guys had a good time talking about what we're talking about here with Keaton, we have a webinar coming up at IMEC on February 8th. So what's that? A week from Wednesday at 11:30 Central. And we're going to dig into SEO strategies made simple for manufacturers, totally free program. It's with our friends at IMEC. And so, hey, look at that. There's my buddy, Nicole Donnelly, and myself. We're going to be having a great time doing that program. And I'm going to wind down. I'm going to come back to you guys. Let me stop sharing. And okay, I'm back at you. All right, guys. Keaton, anything else that you want to share of, like, you know, working with IMEC, your website, you know, entrepreneurship? What do you like? How are you feeling right now, man?
You know, when let's see, probably 3 months ago, you know, I was kind of in the lost in the dark, you know, as far as website, SEO, any kind of marketing in general. And, you know, thanks to the grant from IMEC and Kurt with you and B2B Tail, it just kind of definitely helped me accelerate my business. I now, you know, I'm sure there's a whole lot more to it than what I know, but at least I have a pretty good understanding of pretty much most of those aspects. So, yeah.
That's phenomenal. Cassie, just if you could share, you know, again, manufacturers out there, you know, this whole thing is new to them. Walk us through, like, what are steps? Like, if I'm like, man, Cassie, you caught my attention. You've piqued my curiosity. I want to have some excitement here and get the party started that Keaton has rolling. Walk us through, like, what's the process, how they reach out, and how those first steps of engagement, how does that go?
So you can go to our website at www.imec.org, and you can get help on there, and they'll help you up with whoever your local regional manager is, and they'll be able to reach out and give you support.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Okay, guys. So again, reach out to your local MEP. We're going to start winding down. Cassie, how do you feel about doing your first, like, live program, man? You were just amazing. You were incredible. How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. I'm doing well.
You're doing
All right.
You
All
are doing awesome. I know you're keeping your poker face going for us. So let's go. So Keaton, as we wind down, my friend, I hope I live long enough to, Damon, I think we have the next Warren Buffett on stage here. So we kept telling Keaton over and over, I'm like, man, when you, like, make it big time, can you like remember Uncle Kurt, right? Just remember, like, the little people that help, you know, kind of help, you know, on your journey. Keaton, as you come into 2023, tons of excitement. If we fast forward, we'd love to have you on a program a year from now. Shine a light, like, what's happening at KMR Woodworks for 2023? What are your big audacious goals? What's happening in your world for this year?
Yeah, so you know, like everybody's kind of seen, you know, I've got two sort of businesses going with the custom woodwork as well as the sticker display rack. So I'm looking to vastly grow both of those areas. Looking at getting the displays into more wholesale with more wholesalers and distributors. I'd like to have one of my displays in every gift shop and souvenir store all across the country.
There you go.
Yeah, and then with the woodworking stuff, you know, we're expanding into dining room tables and chairs and different furniture pieces. Right now, we're going to keep that local. Might expand that nationwide later, but yeah, that's what we're looking forward to in 2023.
The king of sticker display racks. So, folks, if you need a sticker display rack, or just, I mean, there's multiple. Keaton, we've seen folks use those display racks for multiple things, and so you know, gosh, you are just so inspiring. Cassie, what's on the horizon for IMEC this year? Your goals, you know, you're working with manufacturers in your neck of the woods. What's on the horizon for you this year?
Just trying to help as many manufacturers as we possibly can, get our name out there more, especially in the southern part of the state.
That is awesome. And I know, like, you met Keaton at a sounds like a trade show or like a work fair or whatever it might have been. So I know you're all over the place. It's been I've worked with you on multiple projects, and it's just been an honor and privilege for me to get to know you and build a friendship. Keaton, my last question for you. We're talking about big goals. I want you just owning the sticker display rack market for, I mean, I think we're talking Monopoly here, right? Like, we're playing a little game of Monopoly. So, Keaton, my last question for you today. We talked about Grover. We talked about Mike being your heroes as a little boy growing up. You have big, audacious goals for 23. Who or what is your inspiration as you crush these goals for 23? Who or what is your inspiration?
I don't really know if I have like a specific one person, but I'm just, I'm constantly on, Facebook, YouTube, and just seeing the different things that people are creating with, just the humankind. It's amazing to see just all the different creations and stuff that people can do with wood. And I'm just looking to continue that and just continue the art form is what I would consider it. Yeah.
Yeah, you are an artist for sure. Yeah. So oh my God, that was a great answer. Cassi, you mentioned a toddler. What's your toddler? Probably not. Is your daughter still a toddler?
She turned 16 in a couple of weeks, so no.
She's not a toddler anymore, is she? So, yeah. All right. Hey, as you are just working with manufacturers all over the great state of Illinois, particularly in your corner of the world, what is your inspiration as we're running right into 2023?
I say that what kind of like motivates me is just helping manufacturers, making sure that I make a big impact personally and for IMEC, but just being a part of the bigger picture.
Cassi, drop the mic on that one. That was what a great answer. So, guys, we're going to wind down. I'm going to ask everybody, if you've been sitting down for this program, if you have an opportunity, it's a great time to stand up and stretch. And let's give a big roaring round of applause for our two amazing guests today. We have Keeton Reynolds from KMR Woodworks. We have Cassi Igert from the IMEC, the great the MEP of Illinois. So, guys, I want to thank you both for taking your time. I know you're super busy. Thank you for taking your time, sharing your energy, your passion for U.S. manufacturing here. This has just been a total joy and delight working with you guys. Damon, what'd you think of this one, man?
That was awesome stuff. Awesome stuff, Kurt.
So, guys, please connect with Keaton on LinkedIn here. Check out his website. Check out Cassi. Check out IMEC. You want to connect with Cassi here on LinkedIn. So with that, I'm just going to welcome everybody out there. Boy, just have an amazing weekend. Keep safe. And just, be someone's inspiration, just like these two rock stars here. We're looking at the next generation of manufacturing right here, right now. Damon, take it away, dude.
It is awesome to be able to share this. It just really is, man. Keaton, it warms my heart to see you, a young person getting into this, doing the things you're doing in something that when you think of woodworking, that's as old as time, right? And you're still innovating and making new changes and making really unique products that people want to buy. It's awesome. I love hearing the story. And Cassi, how you're helping manufacturers there with IMEC, get the resources they need to continue growing like Keaton here. And it is exciting. It's so exciting seeing young people get into manufacturing and really re-energizing it, because we need that. We need that in this country, and we need it because it is what we should be doing and what we're really good at. So thanks everyone for being here today. Yeah, we got John, we got Gail, we got Whitney. There's so many people that were here today. Thanks everyone for being in here, listening, commenting like you do every week. We enjoy having you here. You're part of our group. You're part of the conversation. We love having you around. Thanks, everyone. We'll be back again on Monday. We got another guest on Manufacturing Motivation Monday.
I've got to give a shout out. So Keaton and Cassi, hang out with us 1 second when we close out the program. But Cassi, you'll love this. We have Jeanette Stevens. She is with Gen Edge, and that is the MEP of Virginia. And we're going to keep this MEP party going on Monday, Damon. Yep. So this is going to be a good one. So, guys, have a great weekend. God bless, and thank you for everything.
See you later, everyone. Bye.